Our bicycle world trip through Turkey continues. We have to decide now which way we want to take to cross the Taurus Mountains. We have to face a very important decision now. Actually, we don't know what to do at all. So it's going to be very exhausting, but also incredibly beautiful. And then something very bad happens.
As you can see, aside from our broken notebook, we also have a broken phone now. So the street that should be right here isn't there anymore. As you can see, it's completely flooded. I think it's artificial. It's not like a real river. They built something back there, so they flooded the whole valley, and now the street is gone. The maps we are using, open source maps, they're quite good ones, but I don't know why the street is not in the map so far. It's really beautiful here. Usually the street should decline from here, the old one, but now we have to take the new road, so it seems like we have to go uphill again. Yeah, as you can see, it's flooded for a longer time, so I was wondering why it's not in the map yet. So we cycled all the way up. So we cycled all the way down from 2000 to 1750 meters, and it's incredibly beautiful.
Da immer wieder so Blicke auf die Gipfel da hinten. Ich hoffe schon die ganze Zeit, dass sie mal rauskommen. Jetzt könnte es
If you were ever wondering where we are cycling, you can download our tracks, all of our GPS tracks on our website. As you can see here, just visit VAEGABOND.com and check out for the GPX tracks. Let's hope we will find a place to sleep next to the water. Let's try this place here. I was walking around, but the surface isn't that flat, but I found a good spot where we can see the mountains and have water.
The most beautiful way from Cappadocia to the south to the city Gaziantep leads us through the beautiful mountains. But it's also very, very steep. So actually we are cycling and crossing the Taurus Mountains in the area around the Aladağlar Mountains. There are large temperature differences between day and night. At night it can be around freezing point, and during the day, on the other hand, it can get up to 30 degrees. But the view is so amazing.
We are back on the road. I think maybe we have to cross these peaks over there. That's about 3,700. Last night it's been, let's see, 5 degrees.
So we have to make a very important decision, but actually we don't know what to do at all. There are two routes we could cycle. The first one we planned to cycle. So, where we wanted to go? Tell us.
So the idea was, let's see. So let's take a look on the map. There are two options. We can cycle through the Aladağlar National Park. That's about a 55 degrees gradient. I'm not sure if this is even possible. But I'm also not sure about the surface.
Yeah, I guess the surface is very, very bad, in a very bad condition, and very hard for cycling.
So to find out if we can take this road, we have to cycle 7 kilometers, just to ask someone if it's possible and open. But I'm not sure if it's able to cycle, because maybe it's just a walking path for trekking people. So I don't want to end up cycling a trekking path with a touring cycle. I'm sure it's gonna be fun, but it's winter and it's cold, 3,700 meters. Not sure if it's the right time.
I'm not really motivated right now, so I don't like the idea to cycle a walking path. What we've already done with the bicycle was very, very tough enough, so I don't have to torture myself. So you have to convince me a little bit more to get me on this way.
So far we have no idea what to do, so we decided to get some food and eat first. So let's take some rest. And I need to show you something. I just lost my stand. It just fall off. I don't know. There is a pressing here, and all those kilometers it loosened up, so I lost it. I'm gonna tape it and it's fine. Before there were 7 dogs, all of them, and now we turned around and now they're scared. So we decided not to cycle the super hardcore 3,700 meter pass because of conditions, and Melanie don't want to, so it's okay. We're gonna cycle different paths. That's Aladağlar National Park. I guess we would have been cycled over there, but next time. Look on your right. Where's right? Melanie used to work as a dental nurse, so when they do the X-ray, right and left is vice versa. So that's why she's always confused with left and right.
The locals advised us to avoid the Emler Pass because of the snow. You can see the Emler Pass next to us, and there's an altitude of about 3,700 meters. And even if it's May right now, the snow covers everything. And to be honest, I'm not very sad. If you consider the weight of our bicycles, including food and drinks and spare parts, everything together, the weight is more than my body weight itself. Until we reach our destination, Japan, there will be a lot of more mountains to go.
Quite windy, huh? I checked the forecast, it's up to 12.5 meters per second tonight.
Since we started traveling around the world by bicycle, we eat almost twice as much as before, because we really need the energy to cycle all day. The food we are cooking and eating is usually what the locals also are buying and cooking. So we are cooking potatoes, lentils, beans. And in Turkey we also found out that tahine gives us a lot of energy. This paste is made from finely grounded sesame seeds.
I slept quite well. It was super windy, but I had earplugs.
Yes, very windy, very loud.
Melanie avoids earplugs. She rather had a bad night instead of wearing them. That's her tactic.
Yeah, because it's hurting my ears.
Oh, quite windy. Let's take down the tent. Last night was quite cold and windy, but as you can see, still windy, but we have tailwind, finally! Today we will cycle downwards, I think, so we'll have a decline. It's wonderful to cycle right now, because in Turkey there's like the COVID restrictions. Nobody can leave their house except for us, except for tourists, so the roads are free to cycle.
So this road leads us through the mountains, and we just realized that it exactly looks the same like our route through Italy.
Yeah, check out the video from Cycling Italy, Ponte Banner's cycling track. That's the Murphy's Law car. We continue cycling downhill till we reach another cycling path which has not that good condition.
Ja, mal gucken. Bestimmt lustig. Geht irgendwie so ein Links da. Vielleicht da oben drüber, mal gucken.
Maybe you can hear it. There is coming lots of water coming from the mountains because the snow is melting. There is some pretty high altitude snow from 4000 and it looks wonderful. I wish I could jump in. Water quality is also good, but it's too cold. There's something else you can see here. Maybe, let's see, I can show you. What you can also observe here is a really cool old school irrigation system. Right here. You just saw it. There are ditches everywhere. So the water comes down from the mountains, the snow melts and so on, probably in summer too. And that flows down here and then goes left and right like this. Small canals, and they can open and close them. So they do it with sandbags or wooden boards or something. They can water their plants for free, without electricity. 50% done. So from here, I'm gonna cycle uphill and have a lunch break before.
Some of you may be wondering why we're actually doing this. Why are we cycling around the world by bicycle? And constantly torturing ourselves so many mountains with the heavy bicycles. Sometimes I'm really asking myself, why the hell am I doing this? And then I keep thinking to myself, it's a privilege to be able to structure my daily routine the way I want it. I can travel all over the world on my bicycle and set my own pace and route. I don't have to stick to timetables or pay money for transport costs. I can stop wherever I like and experience my journey much more intense. I'm in the middle of a beautiful landscape. I didn't even know it existed a few hours ago. No cars. So quiet. Deceleration. Time for me. Time for us.
We're cycling uphill all day long and it's so beautiful. The fresh air. It's fantastic.
But I'm happy to pay the price for the extra meters in altitude and bad asphalt roads. And I'm so proud of what I can physically do, just if I want to.
It was quite a fight today, so this is the place where we will stay. There are actually 200 vertical meters ahead of us, but we don't want to do that anymore. So we're done for today. That's good now. Let's cook. After such a sweaty day, it's always nice to have a shower. So we go to have a swim in the local river. I'm pretty sure it's water coming from the glacier, so it's super cold. But yeah.
We are often asked how we do the laundry on the road. Actually, it's quite easy because we can find sources of drinking water everywhere. Like here, for example. We are washing our clothes here, but without soap. Sometimes we are also invited by some local people, and there we can use the laundry machine.
It's a wonderful place. It was really nice to sleep here and totally quiet. And it smells like Croatia with all the trees. I don't know, I think it's pine trees or something. We picked a lot of rubbish from other people again. Those people around here are quite messy. They dump ass left their trash in the nature. So we do our contribution, picking up the trash from others. I don't care. It's for the nature. And we found some orange and potatoes. We will wash all of our food here and set off. Today's off-road. It's not that steep, just a little, but the road is really bad. Cycling up to 1100. It's gonna be incredibly exhausting.
I want to pour myself with water because it's so exhausting. And you have to avoid to stand still because there are so many tiny flies and they're so annoying. They bite you.
Yeah, it's quite steep. So the flies helping you to cycle faster. Because they bite you. They're like biting off some meat from your legs. We made it up the hill. That's the first mountain village for like 3 days, I think. Let's see if we can find a shop. We need to buy something. Some bread would be great. Yeah, finally, we're cycling downhill to cycle up again. Woohoo! How the landscape changed is amazing. So, changed from orange, red parts, where it's like dry, down here where it's green. Totally different world. Whoa, those potholes. Cycling up.
Really, really bad. Daniel's smartphone fell out of the holder, but we've noticed it a few hundred meters later. And now, meanwhile, a truck drove over it.
Beside from the broken notebook, we also have a broken phone now. Wonderful, I love it. So beside from the broken notebook, we have a broken phone. So all the pictures we want to show you are gone. That's our mobile office. We're doing everything with our phone. Social media, email, contacts, navigation, everything using the phone. Financial value is not that much, but all the data is lost forever. So we don't have a phone anymore. Wonderful. So I checked it and the phone is totally broken. I cannot repair it. So, but the worst part is how to get a replacement here in Turkey. Because everything I order from abroad has extra taxes. So in Turkey electronics are quite expensive, more expensive than in Germany. So things are getting more complicated from now on. Let's see if there is a local market here. Also have to find someone who can check the storage. Maybe they can recover the data, but I'm not sure. Also, our microphone broke. That's the reason why you sometimes hear those crackling noises. The next episodes you might have a shitty sound. The good part is we just came here, asked if we can buy some bread. And then they told us the next bread is quite far away. But then we asked again, and they told us, ah, no, far away, next village. But then some guy took a phone call and he told us there's a bread delivery service here and it's a coincidence. It is just right in the village. It just arrived. And they still have some for us, so we bought some bread. And they understood, so we want to have a break here and eat. And all of a sudden they took out some cheese and oh, merhaba, some tea.
Merhaba. Oh, so nice. Also some tea.
The universe just apologized a little bit for that previous shit happened to us.
Yes, shit happens with our mobile phone. Nevertheless, we try to see everything more positive. We're doing fine, and the hospitality of the local people is so overwhelming. As you can see, we always have to repair or replace some equipment on which we depend during our journey to be able to travel independently and share our experiences with all of you. If you see some added value in our travel documentaries and articles, we are very happy about a donation, and if you take a look at our support page. All links you will find in the video description. Thank you so much for following our journey and supporting us.